Hey guys, welcome to Gamer Bargains. Today we're going to be checking out, I got an HP server power supply from Parallel Miner with their new breakout board to where you don't need like a 6 to 2 pin converter to be able to use a 24 pin for your motherboard. This breakout board has everything you need to use on a traditional motherboard. So let's get right into it. All right, guys. I just kind of just opened it and I just kind of looked through it. So we're gonna take everything out. You got your invoice packing slip from the company. So pretty legit way to do business. Some companies don't even have that. So now let's get into it. These are all the cables. So I chose the configuration that I wanted 12 PCIe cables, because if I'm going to run 6 cards, I need to have 6 plugs for 6 of the GPUs and 6 plugs for risers, so this is just enough. Now let's get one of these. Yeah, come on. They're getting all tangled up and whatever. Alright, so here, let's take a look at some of these cables here. Now these cables weigh a good amount. So these are 16 gauge. So you definitely could do you definitely could be putting 300 watts through these, on each one of these, which is nice. So definitely good quality. I like it. Good looking connectors right here. Goes from 6 on the breakout board to a 6+2 on one of these. So if you're going to use if your GPUs are going to take more than one of these 2 pins, you're obviously going to have to buy some splitters. If you're running like some 30 series or some 5700 XTs and the 20 series and stuff like that, you'll need to buy splitters. Now, if you're running like 1660 Supers and RX 580s and all those other single pin, you're just going to need one plug for the GPU and one plug for the riser, which is pretty convenient. So this also comes included in the kit, and this is their goes from a 24 pin to a 24 pin with an 8 pin CPU plug. So, if you only need 4, you can just use 4 or whatever, So you have your CPU plug and you have this on here, which is extremely nice. So now let's actually open up this power supply. I have never ever had, used, or held, a server power supply, so I honestly don't know what to expect here. So they package it very well. I would say it's probably as heavy as a regular power supply. Maybe, it's about the same weight, I think. So, this is a HP. Now, this is a 1200 watt unit, but I'm going to run it through 120, which means it's only going to get 900 watts. And I only can use 80% of the 900. Because this little fan right here will start working really, really, really hard. So 80% of 900 watts is roughly 720 watts continuous. Now, if you did have 240 or 220, you could get the full 1200. I don't particularly have it. And I've never used these, so I've never had to use the breakout boards. This is obviously where you're going to connect your breakout board. Now, to also keep this, this does not come with a plug. So I have an extra plug, so it's not a big deal. But you will need a power cord for this. They are sold separately. So just also a little reminder. So that's the power supply. Now let's get to the actual breakout board here. Well, they did a very good job packaging this kind of stuff. I can see why, though. You don't want to damage. Someone's gonna complain about it and not be able to mine with it. So lots of bubble wrap, and they even have, oh, it's even has an acrylic. This is kind of like that acrylic that you can take off that has the cardboard finish on it. So has a nice solid backing right here, which is good to keep it very rigid. So let's take a look here. And you even get some Molex, which is nice. So like, you know, you have one SATA and you have one Molex, you know, SATA for, you know, your SSD you're going to run, or, you know, whatever. Your Molex for, you know, your fans, you know, I got fans, you know, so now, so you guys can kind of see this a little bit here. So you have another Molex connector. You have system fan, you know, 4-pin, you know, right here. You got a bunch more. I mean, this is crazy. I mean, I guess you could plug in each individual fan if you wanted to. You got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 over there, 2 over here. And these are also, these particular ones are PWMs right here. These 2 right here. And then you have your 24 pin for your motherboard right here. And then we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16 PCIe connectors on here. So this is really cool. Really like this. I'm excited to get this going. So so that's everything. So you guys can kind of see this is all the stuff here. And so this is all from Parallel Miner. So, and I'm not sponsored by them or anything. I don't have affiliate links or anything. But I will leave a link in the description down below for this particular setup. It has been selling out because it's very popular. Because, once again, you can use, most of these breakout boards don't have, you know, all these other connectors like your 24 pin and all this stuff. So this way you could use this on a regular motherboard. So, which is pretty nice. So really, this is their new breakout board. Now this particular setup, it ran me, it was I want to say it was $136.50 for the power supply. The power supply and this come together, and then you could choose how many cables you want. Now you could choose no cables and use your own cables. I would highly recommend getting these cables, because I mean, these cables are long. They're not short. I mean, you know, they are extremely long. I would say probably at least 2 feet, which is really nice. And they are a thick gauge too, very thick gauge. So you don't have to be scared with these to put power through these. So super good quality. So my plan for this is I'm actually going to switch this out with that power supply that you can kind of see down there, which is on my main mining rig, you know, and I'm going to move my one GPU from my 5600 XT by itself, move it down there, switch out that power supply, put that power supply in my computer, and I'm going to move some things around. So, that's the plan. I will do the, and I will show you guys the finished product once I have dissected, remove that power supply, moved it into my computer, moved this one into the mining rig. So, yeah, it's going to take some time. So, all right, guys, you guys just hang on, and I'll get this done in a jiff. All right, guys, I have removed my regular ATX power supply out of my mining rig, and now I actually have the HP server power supply from Parallel Miner in my mining rig. As you can see, I had a cable tied in there because it's not designed to, you know, use a small server power supply, but I got it in there pretty good and it's doing its job. So it's remarkably quiet. I'll unmute my webcam mic so you can kind of hear how loud my rig is in my office. But it is really quiet. I don't even think it's any noticeably different than when I changed from the regular power supply. So I didn't do that great of a job of cable management, mainly because I'm moving in a month, so I'm just gonna have to disassemble it in 30 days or less anyway, so that no point in making it look pretty just to take it apart again. So, yeah, I'm super happy with it. Here, let's check out so you guys can hear the volume of my rig right now in my office. So I think you guys should be able to hear that. Well, that is the HP 1200 watt platinum power supply from Parallel Miner. Like I said, I picked it up for like $136.50, and that came with the 12 cables and the new breakout board. Super happy with the quality of everything. Shipping was pretty good, well packaged, extremely quiet. I'm real happy with it. If you guys like the video, give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button, as well as check us out in the description down there for our Facebook and Twitter and Instagram pages that I've recently made. So I'll see you guys next time.